You're listening to The Raw Reaction on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, happy to present a lovely Monday evening with my main man, Angry Tensai, and his brother from another mother, Big Dick. How you doing, my friend?
Big Dick, I gotta tell you something. There is something beautiful about the stylings of you starting the show. You have such a radio voice, Big Dick. It's a beautiful thing.
And a face for radio, too.
Oh, absolutely.
So, dude, before we get started, the one thing everybody's talking about, I'm sure you watched Raw, correct?
Oh, of course.
Killer Kev, I know you did too. I don't know if I've been more excited for something in a very long time. The Cromartie show is coming to USA in the very near future. That's right. A former NFL player with about 15 children from 8 different wives, 4 of which, since he had a vasectomy, has his own TV show.
How are they going to structure that? He has kids with different mothers.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably fly their kid in for like an episode of the show if they pay him. God knows he's not paying child support because he's not playing anymore.
Well, that's huge for him, though. I mean, it's a great opportunity for him to make some money for his family. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. Now, if only Travis Henry could find some work too. Yeah. But he has a little bit of work to do catching up with Cromartie.
Crow always had a big personality, and he played for a long time at a high level in the NFL, so he lasted pretty damn a long time. So I got to give him credit.
Oh yeah, he played. I mean, and even I think last year was his last year. He wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't bad at all. It's just speed goes. You get a little slower, you get injured a little more. It's not as easy to keep a job, but I'm glad to hear Crow is going to get his own show. I'll definitely watch that. Speaking of which, Big Dick, I like for the second week in a row, my man Enzo Amore closes the show, and I loved him ripping apart the whole roster of Cruiserweight.
Yeah, he is magic on a mic. I mean, he was literally he ran down 12, 14 guys to crowd for 5 minutes. I mean, he had it in him. And then I will tell you what, though, probably the biggest disappointment, who's the unknown cruiserweight? Kalisto. Really?
That was the payoff?
Kalisto? Yeah, he was the
I know.
Yeah, that was fucking horrible. It's like, my God, it's like, way to ruin the main event portion of the show by bringing somebody that nobody wanted to see on SmackDown. Nobody wants to see on Raw.
Division already, though. He's had chances for that title. So it's not like he hasn't been there before, right? I mean, it was terrible. Like, what? He's the payoff,
Yeah, I was hoping Finn Balor would come out and be like, "I weigh 185. I'm gonna be in a cruiserweights now."
Well, I'll tell you, when he was going around ripping everybody apart, what part do you think I hated the most?
I don't know. Calling Jack Gallagher a teacup?
No, that was kind of funny. I liked him messing with Gallagher. I enjoyed that.
Which one do you hate most?
The way he disrespected my man, the Brian Kendrick. I hated it. I hated the way he basically said Kendrick would be better off being a panhandler and he'd make more money doing that than wrestling. You're out of your league, kid. Like, dude. Oh, man. That pissed me off on so many levels. Kendrick's my...
You know what? You know what? I think that almost goes along with last week when he's talking to Kurt Angle. Angle sort of getting pissed off at him. And he's like, yeah, you want some advice from a veteran? He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. And
Yeah, that was
walks
cool.
away. That was pretty. I mean, it makes him more of a heel.
Yeah,
So
he's good, man. I mean, I don't even know if you call that a heel. He's just a badass, man. I mean, I'm liking Enzo's character. I mean, he's above the division. I mean, of course he's gonna get his comeuppance, but man, Neville looks like he wants to absolutely kill him. I mean, it's so fun.
yeah. And the thing is, I mean, we've been saying for a while that he belongs on 205 Live once he eventually splits from Kaz, and he's actually doing the division a huge favor. I mean, how much of some of his scripted lines are truth about him getting heat backstage for whatever reasons and just not being very well liked?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he plays off of that very well. I mean, even if that is the case,
Well, WWE's letting him run.
he's getting his segments. I don't know how much creative control he has, but he's definitely putting himself in a position where, I mean, you could tell, like, even when he was on Miz TV and they were tearing into him, I mean, you could tell he wasn't. It was sort of the start of something, and it's just continuing. It's sort of a heel turn. It's not a full heel turn because he's like an awesome on a mic. We'll never make him full heel.
Yeah, but I got to think most of that stuff he was doing was ad lib.
I don't know. I think he probably had all freedom to do it just because it was a pretty long segment, but I'm sure he came up with insults for everybody.
Well, yeah, I liked nice suit, Gulak. You should be behind the mic like Corey Graves. That's from all that Twitter heat they've been having.
All the what?
Twitter heat they've been having.
What are they? Who are they having Twitter fights?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been following the Twitter battles.
Yeah, they've been going at it, but really interesting stuff nonetheless.
Yeah. So it's an interesting choice for main event. Although, I'm not sure, you've been probably flipping back between Redskins and Raw. Did you see the absolute end of Monday Night Raw?
Oh yeah, of course. So it looks like the Shield's getting back together. Reigns, Ambrose,
Rollins
have been taken to their limit, man. They've been taken to their freaking limit. They've had enough.
Yep. You know, I was actually worried that they were going to do the next pay-per-view and it was going to be a Miz Taraj versus them and just get killed. But I like them having Sheamus and Cesaro along with the Miz. I think that'll be a really solid match when they have it.
Yeah,
whether it be coming up next.
I like that.
What's that?
I said 3 major champions. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. They've all 2 to 3 have held championship gold for the Miz Taraj. So I mean, you have 5 in that ring. You'd have 5 former champs.
Well, you know, I mean, Cesaro's pretty damn close. Oh no! Oh my! What happened to the Redskins here? Did they miss the field goal?
Oh shit! I'm not watching it.
How embarrassing! They're gonna blow this game. But yeah, I mean, well, Roman Reigns tonight. I mean, he really got his ass kicked by the Miz Taraj and Sheamus and Cesaro. I mean, I still don't understand why Ambrose and Rollins didn't help him at that point. I mean, he got absolutely annihilated. He almost won the Intercontinental title, but not the case.
Yeah. You know, I think some of that is probably not helping them. Is for a little bit of build with the suspense. I mean, almost like when they were about to face the Wyatts. I mean, it was a good couple weeks, or at least actually probably more like a couple months lead up to them getting back to, or not them getting back together, but them getting a ring together. I think they're gonna do some lead up to the Shield getting back together, whether it be the go home show or next week on Raw.
Yeah, well,
so
I don't know. I just think you know, I think it's there. It's been there for a while. It's going to be interesting to see what they do, but I'm pretty sure the Shield are going to win in a big way.
Yeah. I think you're probably right. The one thing I did notice was before the match with Miz, Reigns was doing a backstage segment, and he got quite a few cheers, more than used to hearing. And yeah. I think he was getting cheers. I think Miz is just the ultimate heel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even like somebody as hated as Reigns, like he'll get cheers because he's facing a Miz.
I think the anticipation, though, of the Shield getting back together, people are pumped up about.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people are thrilled. I mean, that's definitely, while it wasn't really a match or anything like that, I mean, just them ending the show is going to have people talking for the next couple of weeks until they actually get together and sign a match with the Miz Taraj.
Well, it'll be interesting. I didn't like how Roman Reigns how Rollins and Ambrose got absolutely destroyed by Strowman. Rollins went down clean to Strowman. I mean, geez, didn't look that strong.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest issue with this is, what are you going to do with Strowman? I mean, does he get a rematch with Lesnar? I mean, otherwise, there's not really much for him to do.
You already beat him, man. You already beat him. They already beat him. I mean, they made their decision that night. You can beat anyone they want, but the match that counted, he lost. Period.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, does he go back to wrestling like 4 crappy wrestlers at a time to get some competition? What does he do?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe you move him to SmackDown or something. Make him pissed off and angry and send him over there.
Over to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Wow. I could see him fighting maybe Baron Corbin or
Strowman's on the
Kevin Owens.
I mean, first off, Strowman should have beat that night. He should have beat Lesnar. But if he's not, then just have him go over to the other show and just dominate. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, become a champion. If you don't want to give him the Raw Championship, give him the SmackDown Championship. Let him beat Jinder Mahal. Let him beat the Ginger.
Ginger Mahal.
You know who I'm super disappointed with since coming up from NXT? Well, no more than usual. Bobby Roode. I feel like he's gotten 0 push.
Well, I mean, that's SmackDown, and, they book everything 50-50, even worse so than what you see on Raw. So, I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like, he should be challenging for the championship, and he's in some feud with Dolph Ziggler and his multiple personalities and trying to find a shtick.
He'll get there. I think they're trying to bring him along slowly. But what do I want to say about you know what tonight really stood out to me? You know who really got my attention tonight?
Apollo Crews.
Mickie James.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. Those backstage segments and
smoke show tonight.
Yeah, she looked pretty good in the ring and outside the ring.
Smoke show. That's what she was tonight.
She was looking somewhat attractive.
I think so. But very interesting nonetheless.
Did you watch the women's tag team match?
I did.
Was I the only one who thought it looked like what's her name? Sasha Banks? Looked like she lost a tooth or something during a mat at the end. Or maybe lost a couple of teeth or something during a match.
That match was stupid. Like, what was the point of it?
There really wasn't a point. I mean, I guess it was to get the good guys over, but I mean, they only really got over because Emma's a heel.
And Emma turned on. Emma turning on Foxy and jumping off the apron. So what does it mean? Does it mean that she's more of a heel now?
I guess. I don't know if Foxy is a face or that was just done to. I think that might have just been done to get Sasha and Bayley over a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, well, they steamrolled, and the big story was Nia Jax was on her way to losing to Mickie James, it appeared, but Alexa Bliss interfered. I don't know. I really like the Mickie James storyline right now. I think she's doing a great job, but do I think that she's a threat to the title? That being Mickie James? No, absolutely not. I think they're going to let Asuka take it off her. Asuka's not going to come in as a face and beat face Mickie James. So I'm pretty sure Bliss is going to hold on one more pay-per-view, and I think Asuka's going to kill her. So, my thought.
Interesting. When is the next Raw pay-per-view? Is it TLC?
I think it's in like 2 weeks, right? It's not this weekend, but I think it's one more week. I think it's like right away.
Okay, yeah, because I know next week is or this weekend is Hell in a Cell.
Which I'm looking forward to. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's going to be the only match that I'm positive, or the only match that I really know right now that is going on is the Hell in a Cell match, and then Nakamura and what's his name,
Ginger.
Ginger. What about like AJ Styles? Who's he wrestling?
I'm not sure. There's the big Kevin Owens Hell in the Cell with Shane. That's the big one.
Yeah, that'll be awesome because Shane's like the best spot monkey out there. Like he'll literally he'll do a senton bomb off the cage and like through an announce table and probably almost kill him and Kevin Owens. But it'll be entertaining as all hell to see.
Yeah, I mean it'll be entertaining for sure. I mean, anything you get with Shane McMahon, there's going to be a hell of an effort there. He usually loses. I mean, that's kind of the idea is he's putting people over, but always entertains. But
I'm definitely looking for some high risk, death defying spots by Shane McMahon because that's what we've known to come to love and expect with him.
I agree. Well, what else did we have tonight that I can think of? What else did we have?
We had Titus O'Neil versus the Drifter.
Yeah, that's been brewing for a while now. The Drifter and the Titus brand. It started with the Titus standing up for his boy Apollo, but the Drifter didn't have much of a problem with Titus. He took him out.
Yeah, I didn't like the Apollo outside the ring. Like he seemed like, he's a big tough guy. And, like, the Drifter came outside the ring, and he pushed him. Like, I was waiting for Apollo to do something, either behind the ref's back or just go nuts and get disqualified. But ultimately, that didn't happen. And then Titus lost fairly cleanly, fairly easily. And then Apollo Crews ran in the ring and just sort of, like, made fists at him and, like, didn't really do anything.
He had his Ultimate Warrior shirt on, though.
What's that?
He had an Ultimate Warrior shirt on. He
did. So, I understand not wanting to mess that up, but I mean, still, I was sort of hoping for something to happen.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic, but they're keeping Samson busy. I don't get the whole Bray Wyatt Finn Balor thing. Finn Balor's beaten Bray Wyatt like 68 times. What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this time he'll let him wear his makeup, but no leather jacket.
Yeah, I mean,
what? You cannot beat me without your leather jacket, your magical leather jacket.
I think they may finally show us Sister Abigail. There was a big reference there to Sister Abigail, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if they bring up somebody from NXT or if they just put some chick from the Indies in the costume for it. That should be
it'll be evil. It'll be evil.
Oh yeah. I'd actually like to see Finn Balor join up with Gallows and Anderson, just because they all have the same leather jacket with massive collar look. So I think that they should obviously be on the same team.
Was there any reference to the title tonight?
No, I don't think there was.
Right? I mean, I don't think there was either.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I guess next pay-per-view, if Brock fights in it, or if Brock wrestles in it, I guess Strowman's going to get the shot. But then again, I don't know if he wrestles in the next one or he has to wait till Survivor Series.
It's really the whole thing is really bad with the with Brock. I mean, I love Brock and all, but I mean, the title is just not a focus. I just don't get it. I don't see how you can go without your title being a focus.
Yeah, I think the only match I could see Braun Strowman doing at this point would be against Samoa Joe. Think about that.
Samoan Joe?
Joe.
If they have Strowman versus Samoan Joe's going to get killed.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I think Samoan Joe is at least... I think he'd be believable going toe-to-toe and wrestling him for 10, 15 minutes. I don't think he beat him, and I think in real life Strowman will kill him. But I think that in the match, I think Samoan Joe looked really good against Lesnar, and I think he'd do the same against Strowman.
I love Samoan Joe.
Dude, Samoan is my favorite. My favorite Girl Scout cookies.
The Samoans, the wild Samoans. But yeah, that was that. You had the Bullet Club getting back on track. Alice and Anderson, they took out the random tag team of Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy. I didn't expect anything else but a win from the club. They got a big win there over the Nerds. Jason Jordan.
I think they're the Nerds.
Been
what's that?
Jason Jordan hasn't won one match since he's gotten to Raw.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him turning heel.
Yeah, well, he's got to do something. He's just losing.
He's just going to be like, Kurt, you're not really my father, and just beat the shit out of him.
I used you to get high-profile matches, but then I realized I couldn't win any of them.
Yeah, it's like I need. You should have started interfering for me.
Yep. But
and then we get to see Kurt Angle's return at like Survivor Series or some Christmas time pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like they built too much up. I mean, tonight I think the Shield thing is kind of cool that they built up, but I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling like there's a lot of effort coming into the next network special. So I think they're just set. I think it's just set up for what their long-term plans are. So you got Bliss versus Mickie James, and I think Bliss is clearly getting ready for a match with Asuka, and then you have I mean that's just my opinion, and then you got what's his face? You got
the Shield.
Yeah, Shield reuniting against Miz and Cesaro and Sheamus, and the Shield's really got to win that match. I mean, that goes without saying. So I think throw Bayley and have Bayley turn on Sasha. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Or what are the other? Or Sasha turn on Bayley. The problem is with Bayley turning, I think she sells so much merchandise that you'd have like a bunch of 5-year-old girls crying. So they're like, you know what? It's like that's a good demographic of people who buy shit from us.
Where's Cena going, bro? Is he completely gone?
He looked like I watched the pay-per-view finally last week, and he looked like he was done. We're pretty damn close to being done.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I mean he wrestled well. I mean, I think ultimately he'll get another championship run down the road, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't even think he wants it. Just because I don't think he wants to break Flair's record.
Yeah.
Especially if Flair dies, he's definitely not going to want it.
No one should break Flair's record, bro.
Oh yeah, I think they should give Flair another run.
Bro, that's the best idea I've heard in the show in a long. They should give Flair another run. He's ready.
He deserves it.
I just think he's actually prepared. I think he's ready.
Dude, he's cheating death.
I agree. You know who cheated death?
Who's that?
Benoit.
Dude, he did. I actually saw a video from Vegas, and I thought I saw him.
No, absolutely not, dude. Absolutely
Okay.
not. Kevin, stop him. Absolutely not.
Fair enough. It was more of a Benoit reference.
Killer Kev will throw you out of here forever. No, absolutely not. You know, it's nice to know Killer Kev isn't listening, though. You know?
Nah, I think we can say whatever we want.
Killer Kev one day, not really, but if he ever did come back and play the show, which he won't, but if he ever did, he'd be really proud of me for stopping you.
Yeah, I was definitely slowly going towards a rabbit hole.
Big Dick, that's why I'm here. I'm here to stop you from that. But
you are the voice of reason. You are my voice of reason. I don't know what I would do without you. You're like Robin Quivers to my Howard Stern.
I try. I'm trying to think what else happened tonight. I don't know. It just wasn't that memorable of a show, man. There was really nothing. I mean, the end was good with Shield, you know, saying like it's time, or implying that it's time. That was kind of cool. I mean, the whole show was like in the last 20 minutes of the show between Enzo and the Shield, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's sort of But I don't know. The rest of it, I mean, it was just sort of filler, just a bunch of silly matches. There's a warrior. I don't know. It wasn't that great of a show.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, that was really it. I mean, am I missing anything? I mean, there was really no big segments. It was just wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know what the worst part is? I feel like Raw right now could get a hell of a lot more people to watch it if they actually put on good and interesting shows. Just because so many people are pissed off at the NFL right now and boycotting it. If you actually put on entertaining wrestling, you'd get those fans.
You know, I never heard that. That's that's an interesting point. I mean, they have this great opportunity right now, and they're squandering it.
I mean, shoot, if they really wanted to do something, they could play the national anthem at the beginning of the show, have every wrestler come out for it, led by like Cena and Kurt Angle, and have all of them stand for it.
Wow,
that would be the best dick face move ever.
I would love that. That would be funny.
That would be freaking awesome.
It's like anti-political, but it's not. But it really is. It's like a play on a play, and you really don't know if they're serious or not. Because like their gimmick is kayfabe. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, I was actually reading that basically the NFL, like, they sort of like caved into Trump, as they should have. But basically, they like once the commissioner sent a letter to everybody, basically saying, "All right, do like you're kneeling beforehand or whatever, and stand for national anthem," because apparently their ratings have got fucking shit on the shit since, like the last week or so.
You better hope Killer Kev doesn't get back on the air. This is where he'll go crazy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like Kaepernick is God. Like him and Bernie Sanders are going to run for president.
Oh boy. Again, now we know Killer Kev is not listening.
Yeah, Killer Kev might be snoozing right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, what else is going on? I mean, what else is what else do you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know. We could talk about Georgia football, 5-0, baby. Dismantle of Tennessee.
What is turning the corner for these guys?
You know what? I think they're playing. I think it's defense, improved offensive line play, and all around defense.
How about Rutgers this year? I mean, they seem like a top team.
Yeah, you know what? I think I saw them in also receiving votes just outside of top 25. So
yeah, I mean they took Ohio. They didn't win, but they took Ohio State to the limit.
Oh yeah, I mean they took them to the max. I was definitely sweating during that game. So yeah, college football is rubbed up. Pretty happy about that. I'm a big fan. Pro football, also a big fan. A lot of people are on boycott, whatever. I'm not. You know what? I'll still watch it. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should stand, but I don't give a shit if you don't stand. Like, it's not. You can have your opinion. If you feel that strongly about it, go for it.
I don't watch football to be political. I'll watch.
Yeah. I was thinking about starting to bench my fantasy players if they did not stand during the national anthem. And I'm like, wait a second. Like, that's stupid. That's just making me suffer. Like, what am I going to watch on Sundays? Like, that's going to make me. I don't want to suffer because they have some fucking opinions that I really don't give a shit about. I mean, if Marshawn Lynch, Colin Kaepernick can ruin my day, I mean, that's almost as bad as statues ruining my freaking life. And feeling like, oh my gosh, we need to tear down a statue. Oh my gosh, they need to stand. Like, it's like, let them do what they want. I mean, you don't agree with it, that's fine. Just let it be. You don't need to protest it or say you're offended.
I think everybody just needs to chill the fuck out and stop taking stuff so seriously. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I would agree. You know what? If you said to me, hey, Victor, Oakland's 2-2 right now. Your quarterback just got injured. If you sign Colin Kaepernick, Oakland will win the Super Bowl. What do you think I would say?
Sign him.
Oh, I'd be ordering a Kaepernick jersey if I knew that he was going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, shit.
You put the best people on the field. You know, he just wasn't doing that well when all that went on. I mean, the guy Rob Johnson Jr. held the ball forever. That's kind of why he's out of the league. I mean, but if he's the best guy, he should be on the field. I agree with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about winning, and
all about winning.
You know what? everybody gets you do your opinion. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if Marshawn Lynch sits. I don't know. I mean, I'd stand, but I'm not going to let it ruin a sport because I disagree with stuff.
Yeah, I don't care if Killer Kev has to sit. That's fine with me.
Philly Kev, are you taking a knee for the show?
Hey, I just got here. Hi.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, what's up, man? You have a lot of editing to do.
Do I?
No.
How's it going? What did I miss?
We covered the whole show, so now we're kind of going off on our tangent.
Whoa, wait a minute. We've not even been recording like 30 minutes. You're done already?
Already.
It was a pretty shitty show.
Wow.
It was not a show. Honestly, literally, it was a pure wrestling show. There was like no promos. There was just the Enzo one. That was it. The world title wasn't, or the universe title wasn't even on the show. There was no segments. It was literally just matches. Bizarre.
Wow.
I think the biggest
something?
match was Roman Reigns versus The Miz, which he won by disqualification.
Roman Reigns won by disqualification?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's going to be the Shield is going to reunite and face the Bar and The Miz.
So the Shield is going to rise again.
Absolutely. Yes. That was pretty much confirmed tonight.
Interesting. Wow, with all this extra time, we got all kinds of time to talk about other things.
Can we plug?
Well, we just talked a little bit about college football. We talked about some pro football.
You know,
I told Tensai that.
You know what?
What's that?
Here's going to be interesting. I know you mentioned Rutgers a little bit ago. What about poor Louisville?
What about them?
Have you not heard the worst thing possible? Yeah.
That's not good, bro.
That's going to get the school hammered.
Yeah, especially if it was Patino, which I think it was based on what they're saying. I mean, they fired him pretty quick, but then again, he had an issue like a year or two ago where they were hiring escorts and strippers for the recruits. So, but if it was Patino actually arranging for the payments, they could possibly get to death penalty, at least in basketball, or at least get remember Baylor like 10 years ago when they tried to cover up the guy's murder of his teammate.
Yep.
They get like just close to like what Penn State got and close to what Baylor got.
Well, they fired
maybe not quite as bad, just because this is just cheating. This is really bad cheating. It wasn't necessarily, okay, you killed somebody and then we covered it up, or you molested like 20 boys and we covered it up. Like, this is a little bit less than that, but they're going to get fucking slammed. Like, they might as well mail their banners back right now.
Well, they fired the athletic director as well, so I think that casts a pall over like every athletic program.
Mm.
Well, the problem is they fired the athletic director because they basically said, hey, we fired Patino. He said, no, not yet. They're like, okay, we're just going to fire you then.
But yeah.
Because apparently Patino, he was possibly very, very involved with it. Like, literally arranging for the payments.
Well, he says he's not.
Yeah, you know what, though? They have...
But really,
a bunch of recordings and a bunch of meetings and stuff.
You know, the thing with that, though, it definitely comes down to the athletic director because he controls the money. It's not Patino.
No, he doesn't. It's the yeah, but the thing is, Adidas who has money. They literally go in there.
No, what happened was that the university paid Adidas and said we're paying Adidas for some promotional thing or another, and then Adidas turned around and transferred the money to the family.
No, Adidas transfers the money to the family.
Right.
But they pay money to the family so they can eventually get them to sign with Adidas. But they also pay money to the school. They pay a lot more to the school than they do to...
No, what the allegation is that the university passed that money off to Adidas because they said that they were doing some kind of promotional deal with Adidas.
No, because if they're doing a promotional deal, they get paid. They get paid by Adidas.
No, they
You
said
don't get, like,
the allegation is that the university paid Adidas for Adidas to carry out some kind of promotional work.
I didn't hear that. I thought it was
Yeah, it's
they
not.
were already signed a contract with Adidas, and basically they said, okay, you know what, let's work together on like these recruits and pay him like $100,000 so that he signs with Adidas after college.
But this whole thing is murky. Do you think
That's what I'm pretty
let me get Tenzai's thought on this. Do you think
because
that University of Louisville stays in the ACC after this?
Well, I think if they aren't thrown out, absolutely.
I don't think they get thrown out.
Too good of a division in the sense that you can run the table fairly easy, without too much competition.
Well, if they don't get thrown
Wait,
out,
say that again?
It's like a good division for like football and maybe not so much for basketball, but for football, you can beat one or two teams and get to the national title.
I don't know.
Well, they're not going to get hit that bad on. They won't get hit that bad on football, just because. Petrino.
Yeah,
He's he actually might decide to leave because they were saying that Petrino's buyout got divided by 2 because the athletic director got fired.
Interesting.
So that's all I had to contribute this week.
Go take over Rutgers.
They could
Or
use it.
maybe Petrino?
I don't know.
Obviously, Petrino is actually a really good coach. He gets results.
Yeah.
I'm
all.
just waiting.
I just don't know if he can do it on Rutgers.
I'm just waiting for a new scandal to erupt with Louisville football, and that's going to be it.
I'm sure there's going to be. I'm sure if there is, they're probably very much in the process of covering them, basically, because God forbid there actually is one. And Kev, you'll be happy because you're a Kentucky fan, right?
I am not happy about this at all. I mean, I'm a Kentucky fan for some things, but overall, I like just, good athletic competition and stuff like this. Doesn't matter what school it's at. It's horrible.
Agree.
Yeah. Well, half the problem is, these agents and people doing it, they're sort of like, you know what? It's like, we get away with whatever. And I think the university thinks like, hey, you know what? It's like, we're not doing it. It's not even a booster doing it. It's literally like the company that pays us tens of millions of dollars to wear their shit that's doing it.
You know how you fix this problem once and for all? You just pay your athletes. That's it.
Yep. There it is.
You want to stop the cheating, you want to stop the lies, you want to stop the gambling, you want to stop the influence by boosters and the mob and whatever. Just pay the guys. That's it.
Pay them. I agree 100%.
If they're going out there and they're making your team famous and you're using their images to sell seats and sell television packages and, merchandise, memorabilia, whatever, pay them their cut. Just pay them their cut. That's it.
Get them their shit.
Get a free education. Just pay them something so there's not as much temptation.
At least pay them something so, that the kids who aren't getting bought off, the ones that don't have a big money backer behind them, so at least they can, get a pair of shoes, they can, get some food if they're not on the campus food plan, have at least some decent clothes to wear.
They don't have to rob dorm rooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheat their federal aid.
Or they don't have to go out there and print pirated T-shirts or, whatever. They're out there representing your brand. Pay them for it.
Agree. 100%.
Dude, this is hilarious, man. I just read an article that says the flight crew on the Saints flight they were flying out, I guess, last night. They loaded a plane up. They all took a knee and walked off the plane and said, "We're not flying until tomorrow."
Ridiculous.
That's pretty serious.
The world's getting crazy, guys. The world's getting crazy. That's all I'd say.
It is. Unfortunately, I think I've come to the conclusion with the guy who did this shit in Vegas. And Tensai, you know and appreciate this very much. Psycho breeds psycho.
That's true.
It's very true. I know firsthand. You know firsthand.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up this week, boys.
All right, we need to tell Raw to get better, or maybe we'll just do a review of Vince Russo's show. I haven't listened to the show in a while, but I think we should do a review of his show next week.
Well, I'm going to close with something that makes me very, very sick. Russo did something that really upsets me, guys.
What's
He
that?
changed the format of his show. And
What do you mean?
in order to get Castrating the Marks, the greatest show of all time, you now have to be a Realm Network member and pay $3.99 per month for castrating.
So there's no more free castrating?
No, you have to actually. That's the one show he's put on the Realm that in order to get it, you have to give him $3.99 a month.
Oh man, you know what? I guess I'm not gonna be listening to that anymore.
Sorry, Vinny Roo. It ain't worth $4 a month.
Yeah.
Even if you buy a T-shirt?
What?
Even if you buy one of his T-shirts?
I'm not interested.
Well, let me tell you something. He may be pulling a premium stunt like that, but there's a podcast out there that you can listen to where you can get all the premium stuff. You can get something way better than Vince Russo, and it won't cost you a penny.
Is that an Angry Marks?
You got it
That's
right.
Raw Reaction, isn't it?
You're listening to it.
All right. I like the plug. I like that clever little plug you got in there to look at. Well done. Well played.
Thursday night AMP with Stevie J.
Jordan J. What about Jordan J. Garber?
The Rattlesnake, Jordan J.
Well, see, Jordan Garber is actually our premium content. So if you really want to listen to Jordan Garber, you actually got to pay $4.99 a month.
Makes sense.
But Raw Reaction's free.
I pay $4.99 a month to not listen to him.
We have people who do that.
What? Pay $4.99 a month not to listen to him?
That's right.
I love it.
How do we become premium content, Kev?
Because we love you so much. And
Huge.
for 2 weeks in a row, you did not fall asleep on the air.
We're into it. And we've been here.
That's going to be the deal. Every week you don't fall asleep on the air, Raw Reaction will be free.
Oh, boy. That's
Wow.
a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, good stuff this week, guys. We will be back, and we will be awake next week once again. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
It's a week. Always watching wrestling.
That's right, man. Wrestling for life. But anything you guys want to say to get us out of here?
Life.